So Combs lining up for her first one.
Coach Mill be pulling Hampton over to talk to her about something. Not going to lie, Coach Mill is a great coach, but I'd be nervous if that was me getting called over.
Coach Milby is a great coach, but he expects a certain standard from his players, and he's not afraid to let you know how he feels.
Absolutely. I mean, and can you blame him with the kind of seasons and record he's been having? I mean, a coach like that can go really far away with a good team.
Yeah, he has a lot of respect from these players, as he should, and in order to have that respect, they also got to have a little bit of fear of you. It's just like the relationship I have with my mom, right? I respect that woman, but I'm also definitely afraid of her.
Absolutely.
Hampton all the way on the break gets the layup to go, and they finally bring it within 10, and Piedmont is up 9.
See, come on, guys, don't end the bell out to that. Stay with your person.
Price passes the ball. The jumper's no good. Rebound Washington, and they're going to call a jump ball right there. And Piedmont coach visibly upset.
Absolutely.
You guys might be able to hear her on the headset. Calls a timeout, a little frustrated on the floor as Berea starts to make the run back into this one.
Yeah.
9-point game, 7 minutes remaining in the third period. Berea 23, Piedmont 32.
Now back to action with Piedmont having the ball. Let's hope Berea College can get a nice stop right here and maybe get a quick bucket.
Yep, it's going to be Price to inbound for the Lions. Gets it into Washington. Washington shoots the long two. No good. Rebound Lanham. And ball stolen away. And a couple times we've seen that tonight where the Mountaineers, they see an opportunity on the break, get a little ahead of themselves and throw a bad pass, and it gets picked off.
Definitely don't need to be throwing sloppy passes. Our passes need to be nice because if not, Piedmont will pick that off.
And shot is rebounded by Hampton. Hampton going all the way down court, 1-on-1, and she is fouled. Just enough contact, and they call that one. Going to the line, 4-2. And checking in for the Mountaineers, number 1 Vanover, and number 15 for the Lions, Ackerman's in as well. It's going to be Lanham to inbound underneath. And miscommunication right there, throws that one away. Washington on the break, gets the left hand.
That may be a little bit of a walk there, but
still just a lack of communication from the Mountaineers right there. Thought she was going out, and she was actually cutting in, and that leads to the turnover. Just got to be sharper in the second half. It's really what it boils down to. Finally starting to see a couple go through, but need to keep it up. Keep playing hard defensively. Foul goes on number 2, Williams. So Piedmont goes up to an 11-point lead as of right now. Mountaineers have got to string together a couple of stops. You really don't want to go into the fourth quarter down 10 or more.
yes.
Moving it around the perimeter, looking inside. They get it in there. Cuts to the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, and she's fouled on the putback.
Oh, Nikisha Green.
Her third.
And that's Nikisha's third foul so far, so something of interest to pay attention to right there. 2 more and she's done, so, the minutes may be limited here in the second half. Expect Hill to come in relatively soon and provide a couple of minutes for her. And she knocks down both free throws right there. Number 4, Wiley with the free throws. And Vanover with it at the top of the key. Gives it up to Lanham. Puts the moves past her defender. Right hand layup. No good. Rebound Green. She's fighting for it. We're going to say the foul was called on the floor. It's going to be on number 4, Wiley.
The foul was on number 40 for Piedmont. Washington.
Oh, foul was on number 40, Washington. Lanham gets it into Vanover. Vanover to the rim and can't get that one to go either. And another foul. That one is on number 4, Wiley. Lanham looking to inbound.
Oh.
Throws it back to Vanover. And, you know, that inbound has been tough for them tonight. They're really denying any passing lanes. Piedmont's just clogging up the lanes.
Definitely. If I'm Berea right now, I'm putting Nikisha Green down low and letting her go to work.
Vanover with the drive, and ball was grabbed by both players, so they're going to call the jump ball. It's still Berea's possession, so for the third time on this one, Lanham inbounds it. Hampton shoots a long 3, and shot clock expires. Really working on that possession, just couldn't quite get any rhythm going.
Absolutely.
Price with the basketball. Gives it up to Washington. Washington, the right hand layup off the glass. That one's good.
She is just knocking down everything.
Well, when your average shot's about 3 or 4 feet from the rim, makes it a little easier to do that. Mountaineers have really, you know, like we said earlier, forced them to shoot from deep.
Wow, another turnover in Berea.
Washington all the way in, and she's blocked, but looked like there was a little contact. They're going to call it. Foul goes to number 32, Lanham.
Lanham, her first. James fourth.
And misses that first one a little short. And knocks down that second one. So splitting the free throws right there, 1 of 2. And Mountaineers got to get some momentum on their side, down 15. And, you know, this game's going to go one of 2 ways. Either you're going to fight back into it or you're going to let them continue to build that lead.
Absolutely.
Hampton inside, off the glass, can't get it to go. Long rebounds chased down by Williams. Back to Lanham, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Got to be aware of that. Hampton, pick from Green, spot up jumper, no good. Rebound Price. And once again, the struggles continue.
Wow.
And shoots the free throw line. Jay knocks that one down. That's number 23, Chemansky. Vanover with it. Hampton resets the offense. Want to make sure they execute here. To Vanover. Feeds it down low to Green.
Yes.
And they finally get one to go after a couple empty possessions. Puts them within 15 as Green gets the layup to go. And yeah, I'd like to see him go back into her a couple times. She's been well. And checking in for the Mountaineers, we have number 5, Combs, and number 12, Barnes. Price gets it into Washington, and that was just good recognition by the inbounder to see that the defense wasn't quite set up. Quick pass leads to a quick bucket. Barnes spot up 3, can't get that one to go. Rebound Price, and for a guard, Price has been doing a lot of work on the boards. Shoots the 3, knocks that one down from range, Wiley. And that puts them up 20.
Wow.
And Hampton looking to attack the defense, gets an inside shot, is blocked, and they're going the other way. Ackerman is fouled, and they call Hampton on that one. Checking into the game, number 1, Vanover, and number 22, Parker. And in for the Lions, number 2, McKenzie. And number 31, Newkirk. And no good on that first free throw. She lines up for number 2. And no good on that one either, so 0 for 2 from the line. Vanover, wide open lane, gets it inside, and a little too much contact.
Yeah.
And Berea is close to being in the bonus here. If I'm them, I'm trying to force the issue inside. You know, getting free throws is really good for you. 1, it stops the clock, and the relatively easy shot, so you should be able to bite into that lead a little bit.
Definitely.
And she knocks down that first one. Vanover lines up for number 2.
And both of them.
Yep, rattled around, but she knocked it down. And in checks number 10, Hansard for the Lions. They get the ball into Price. Price leading the charge for the Lions and stripped away, saved it inbounds though. And looking to reset it here a little bit.
We need a good defensive stop right here and start chopping down this lead.
They get it inside. Great pass inside to Ackerman. And that's good ball movement without the ball.
Yeah.
Ackerman really coming off that screen, diving to the basket hard, gets rewarded. Drive Combs, and she hits the deck, and Mountaineers looking a little scrambled right now. Ackerman gets it into Hansard. So Piedmont up 20 with possession currently. Price in the short corner, baseline drive, gets under her defender and can't get the layup to go, but there's a little bit of contact going to the line.
Foul is on number 5 for Combs.
Piedmont seems to be getting to the hole really hard and really fighting strong in this game, and it's been tough for Berea to stop that defensively because they're getting to the line about every possession. So.
Yep, they're getting a lot of high percentage looks inside, and
absolutely,
you know, for the most part, Berea's got a lot of the same looks, but just quite haven't been able to knock them down.
Yeah, it's been a tough night shooting for Berea.
Vanover all the way to the rim, gets the contact, can't get the layup to go, but she's going to get some free throws, and that's going to officially, I believe, put them in the bonus.
Price for second.
4.
And Vanover goes to the line for her first.
Vanover at the line.
Good hit.
Knocks that one down, and good to see anything go through the rim at this point, you know.
Yeah.
Just got to start knocking down a couple. Maybe that gets your confidence going.
Box.
And can't get that one, 1 of 2, but they get the offensive rebound. And they chase down the ball.
Were you just looking at
Gonna be Barnes to inbound.
there? You got a minute 14. You got a minute 14. Good.
That's a foul.
And yep, a little too aggressive on the defensive possession right there.
Foul is on number 10 for Piedmont.
That is going to be number 3, Hampton, going to the line. Chance to put it within 20.
Good hit.
And
That's what we like.
And much better free throw shooting here in the second half. Got to continue it though. And there it is, 2 for 2 from the line.
19-point lead.
Yep, now you got to start getting some stops. Ackerman inside, off the glass, no good. Rebound Combs, and here we go. Berea got a little bit of an opportunity to Hampton. Hampton for 3.
No good.
And good shot for a good shooter in a good spot, and just quite, once again, just can't get it to go through. Call a foul on Vanover. That is going to send number 0, Price, to the line.
Price at the line.
And no good, a little too far left. And splits the free throws.
Fernandez
checking in for the Lions, number 1, Catherine Fernandez. And the Lions are not letting up defensively, putting a lot of pressure on. They get the steal, skip it up court to Washington. Washington to Price.
Wow.
Fernandez the jumper. No good, and it's Berea's basketball. So Berea getting a little bit of a break right there. Piedmont had good position with a good shot, just couldn't convert. Checking in for the Mountaineers, number 2, Williams. And Hampton going to be running the point for the Mountaineers. Long cross-court pass to Williams. Moving it around the perimeter. And 15 seconds left on the shot clock. The pull-up 3. Can't get it to go. Combs with a rebound, puts it back up and in. Nice. And the three-point just not falling for him so far. Really struggled from the line. Got 5 seconds.
Stop right here.
Price inside, stripped away. Good defense by Hampton, and the Lions have 1.8. It's going to be Price to inbound. Gets it in, corner 3, no good. And that is going to be the end of 3 quarters with the Mountaineers down 18. Score is Berea 32, Piedmont 50. And we'll be back with the 4th. Set to resume action. 10 minutes remaining in this game. Do or die time for the Mountaineers. Really got to start putting together a couple stops, making sure that they are taking care of the ball, and hopefully you can see a couple of long-range shots go through the net.
It's time to get in bucket mode like T-Mac did in 15 seconds. We need to start doing that in the next 10 minutes.
That'd be pretty good. Pull a T-Mac or a Reggie Miller type of moment out here.
Absolutely.
And ball is, they're fighting for it, nearly stolen away. It's going to be Piedmont possession. It's going to be Price to inbound. And reset the shot clock to 20 seconds.
Wow.
The inside drive, left hand all the way to the rim. Can't get that one to go. And foul called on the floor. Foul was on number 34, Walker. Checking in for the Mountaineers, number 3, Hampton.
And for Piedmont, checking in number 15, Ackerman.
It's going to be Vanover with the ball. And Mountaineers need to get a score on this possession, string together a couple of more stops. Barnes to Williams. Williams with a quick jumper. No good on that one. Rebound Washington. Inside, got some contact, didn't get the layup, but she's going to the line for 2 free throws. It's going to be Washington on the drive.
The foul is on number 12 for Berea. Barnes. Her first.
And no good. Rattled around, hanged on the rim for a second, and decided to not go in.
So Lane, you play basketball for Berea. What's going through your head and through your mind, and if you're in this situation?
If I'm in Berea's situation currently, I'm just trying to tell my teammates that, hey, it's not over till it's over. You got to keep fighting. Even if we are down 20, we could be down 50, and I still would say, you got to go play hard, because whatever momentum you take from this game, you're going to carry with you into the next one.
Absolutely.
So, would you rather lose by 20 and be defeated, or perhaps try to fight back in there and maybe, give yourself a chance, and even if you do lose, you can say that you left it all out on the court. So I'm just trying to keep my teammates' heads high, and I was never the best player, but I was always a good locker room guy. I was there to, make the people laugh.
Yeah.
Keep our spirits high, and I think Mountaineers could use a little bit of that right now.
That's exactly what we need.
And Hampton draws the foul on that layup right there. She's going to go to the line, and the layups and free throws are going to be essential for this game. Every point from here on out just stops the clock, gives you a little more opportunity, and some potential time to work back into it.
Definitely. And I like what you said about staying with it throughout the whole game, knowing that if we come out of this game, still losing, but we fought hard, that just gives us momentum and the drive for next game to beat Piedmont, and knowing that these teams have a history of going at each other late in the tournament, so this is a good opportunity.
Yep, this is very likely a playoff matchup between the 1 and 2 seed right here. 2 of the best teams in the conference, the 2 best teams. And I like this chippy kind of grinded out game. It may be good for Berea coming in this game on a 16-game win streak. They're feeling almost invincible. Kind of resets your mentality, puts you back into place, and just like, hey, anyone can be beaten on any night.
That's
You got to come out every night ready to go.
Honestly, if I'm a player on Berea's team right now, I'm in the gym working on my shots, trying to go, because you have your on games and you have your off games, and you want your on games to be what you have most available. Especially during playoff time. If you have a night like this, it's really tough to beat a team in the tournament, and you don't want to cut your season short from that.
Yep, sometimes the shots aren't going to fall, and you can't really control that. Like, obviously you can take good shots and everything, but sometimes the ball just doesn't go your way.
Definitely.
But the 2 things that you can always control are your effort and your defense, just going hard at every rebound, every loose ball, those 50-50 plays, and you got to keep that attitude positive. You got to keep working. That's one thing that I think that this Berea team is generally really good about. They always show up, they always work hard, and sometimes the offensive game just doesn't put itself together. The pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound Piedmont. Puts it back up, Washington, and no good. Price comes away with that rebound. She just sneaks in there and grabs a couple every once in a while.
Call for the double.
And timeout called on the floor with just under 8 minutes remaining. Berea 35, Piedmont 52. back into this one. Our final less than 8 minutes remaining in this one. And you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Absolutely.
T-Mac scored 18 points in 21 seconds. So you never know.
Last year, actually, Duke came back on Louisville. I'm pretty sure it was like 23. Came back and won the game. And I know we got some buckets on our team, so I wouldn't be surprised if something like that ended up happening.
You just need a couple shots to go through the rim, and anything's possible.
Absolutely.
There's going to be a foul on that rebound right there. It's going to be the Mountaineer basketball. Williams inbound to Combs. Combs to Hampton. And I think it's moments like this that you really see that what your team's made of. Like we were talking about earlier, like how do you handle this adversity? You know, this will tell you a lot about what you can expect in the postseason.
Yeah.
And they continue to fight for the ball, and caught an elbow right there, and Hampton's on the ground.
Wow.
He could have called the first foul, that would happen. Freaking hanging right by his damn arm. No. Call him nothing.
And Hampton gets up after that one. Rough hit right there, but she's okay. Thank goodness.
Yeah. This is the game of basketball. You need to worry about people's safety more than winning, you know what I mean? You want to win basketball games. You want your players to be okay because, you know, they're student athletes and stuff like that. And you got your business women and your marine biologists and your, you know, next people, professionals in the world. So you want to make sure they're okay more than, you know, winning a game.
It's a lot bigger than basketball out here.
Definitely.
And like what you said, you know, these are student athletes, you know, putting that word student first. There's a reason, you know, this commitment to education that they've made, and it's just great to be able to get this opportunity to play, you know, at collegiate level. But at the end of the day, you got to remember, you know, there's more to it than just the inside the line.
Definitely.
And they knocked down that free throw, Cantrell, from the line. And she gets that second one to go as well. Cantrell 2 for 2. Berea down 19 currently. Hampton gives it up to Williams. Ball stolen away, and you know, this has just been one of those games where they just can't seem to hang on to the ball. Pretty rare for Berea. Usually they're on the other end of that stat.
Absolutely.
Go, Mark, go, curl it.
Gives it up to Price.
But if I'm Berea, I'm looking at this game, I'm studying the film and working on what we can do better. This just shows that we do have weak points in that team. Like you said, coming off of a 16-game win streak, you definitely want to look at the things that you do wrong in the games and perfect those, so maybe we can get on another win streak.
Yep, and if you're going to have a loss like this is a good time while it's still in the regular season.
Yeah.
You know, you still have time to iron some things out before the postseason starts and really see what you need to work on, because, you know, you learn a lot more from this loss than you do that 16-game win streak.
Yeah.
Because if you're winning, everything's great. You're not really thinking about what you need to work on. You're just like, oh, how great was that game? But a loss is, you know, not always the worst thing that can happen to you. Sometimes it's just good to put things into perspective.
Yeah.
Better now than in the postseason.
Absolutely. I mean, knowing that Piedmont is not a bad team, like I said, they're the second best team in our conference. You know, knowing that this could, like you said, this will be a team they will more than likely see in the playoffs. So, you know, you want to make sure that you understand what your weak points are playing each team and be able to work on those. And you can't really perfect them, but, you know, strengthen your weaknesses down against teams like this.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite things about this sport. Basketball is a game where anybody can win on any given night, you know. It just goes to show you got to, you know, come out every game with that same energy, intensity, and effort. And you never know what could happen as Hampton knocks down that free throw right there. And checking in for the Mountaineers is going to be number 22, Parker.
Go, Carla.
Good.
Fighting for that one. Nikisha Green comes away with the steal and turns it back over. Cantrell gets the flip shot to go. And just we're seeing that a couple too many times tonight. where you come away with the steal and then you give it right back up. Price comes away with that rebound, pushing it on the other end. Gets it all the way in, rattles around, can't knock that one down.
Oh, wow.
Hitting the floor. And they finally get one to go. They take a 23-point lead. Hampton with it. Inside, left hand off the glass. No good. And I don't think I've seen this many missed layups from the Mountaineers in a little while. You know, just looking a little rusty out there. Slowing things down here, wanting to eat up a little bit of that clock and chew through it.
Good defense.
Ball stolen away from Vanover. Vanover on the break, takes the pass, can't get it to go, but Parker comes away with the rebound. Shoots the three and way off. And Wiley with it for the Lions. And once again, you know, just taking their time, running this clock out, using the full 30 seconds on that shot clock. Mid-range jumper is no good. Washington comes away with that rebound, feeds it down low. Washington to Price, inside layup, no good right there.
Oh.
And she almost had another opportunity, just a little frustrated, and drops it out of bounds. And a whole platoon swap here for the Mountaineers. Four in. Checking in number 12, Barnes, number 25, Love, number 35, Beggs, and number 10, Ginter. Mountaineers getting a little youth in the lineup. Got two freshmen in currently. Good opportunity for them to get some minutes and expand their confidence a little bit.
And honestly, I think both of them are walk-ons.
That's pretty impressive to be able to walk in at the collegiate level and, you know, get to see the floor a couple times.
Definitely, especially number 10. In the past couple games, we've seen her, and just the whole arena getting excited about her hitting a couple threes in the corner. It seems honestly like she's a very consistent three-point shooter in the corner.
Yeah, you know, for the fans, they love it because it's a player that doesn't get to see a lot of playing time, and whenever someone like that hits a shot or two, you just love that. The excitement fills the arena, and you know, that's also great for this team because it gives her some confidence to know that, you know, the fans are here for her. She can knock down those shots, and, you know, I expect to continue to see her expand her game and just get that confidence to shoot it.
Definitely.
Because as a shooter, I think that's probably your single most important skill aside from your jump shot is that mentality. It's like, hey, you know, basketball, you got to have a short memory. You got to forget that last shot, whether it went in or not, move on to the next one. Just be ready, shoot or shoot.
I remember in high school I had a coach, really good coach, who told me if you have someone that you're guarding who is just constantly hitting, run down the court, grab his hand and said, I messed up your shot, and then see if they continue to shoot like they've done. And honestly, I've seen it work a couple times where you have someone just on fire, but then you just think you did something to them and they just cannot hit like the same.
Just pull a Space Jam and take their powers out of them.
Absolutely.
And a little contact on the floor is going to be a turnover. It's Berea basketball. Love inbounds to Parker. And just over 3 minutes remaining in this one. Got to continue to play hard.
Wow.
Credit the Piedmont defense. You know, they've just been active all game, getting hands and deflections everywhere. And that's been a large factor in this game.
Honestly, it looks like they've been running a 2-on-2. correct, maybe a 2-3, but defensively they just been everywhere. You know, Berea hasn't had a break, hasn't been able to get easy passes or anything like that. It's been they had to work for every single thing that they've done.
Yeah, and you talked about them playing a zone a little bit, and it's a lot easier to sit in that zone whenever your opponent's not making shots. You know, and that's an area where Berea struggled tonight from the perimeter. Really can't get anything, so it kind of lets Piedmont sit back in the paint. And once you clog that lane and you can't, force them to guard you on the perimeter, your offense gets a little stagnant, and that's some of what we've seen tonight.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
And we have number 4 Wiley check in. It's Ginter at the line, fan favorite.
Nice rebound and put back by her.
And gets that first free throw to go, trimming the lead little by little.
This is what we like to see, like you said, players that don't get to see the floor as much as other players. Getting in a big game like this can let them know that they keep working and they'll be able to get more playing time in big games like that.
Absolutely, and she's going to be instrumental for the Mountaineers here in the future. Definitely. As Wiley gets that layup to go.
She has a twin sister on campus one time, and there was a basketball game, and I said something to her. I was like, why are you not on the court? And it was kind of awkward, I'm not going to lie.
It's like, oh, that's not you. Okay, my bad. As Parker knocks down that one from deep, and first 3 we've seen in a little while.
Yeah.
And Lions moving it around.
Good block from Love.
Looks like Love might have stubbed her toe or something right there. Winston down the court. Parker inside, hits the floor. That's going to send her to the line. Got some new dyed hair as of last game. Got a little pink in there, adding some color, some flavor.
I like it. Like a little pink starburst.
Parker at the line.
And Parker makes that first one.
Pull it down to 18-point lead. Let's just, if I'm Berea right now, I'm bringing it under 20. Trying to keep it down, get the score as low as possible, and continue to play hard, work no matter what. At this point, I'd stop looking at the score and just start looking at the basket.
Yep. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just play hard, and that's all you can ask from your players at this point as a coach. Like, it doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, the game's tied, and y'all got to go out there and win it.
Absolutely.
Love comes away with the rebound. Parker has it going down court. Decides to pull it back out to Barnes. Fakes the 3. Corner pass to Ginter. Ginter for 3.
Oh.
And Stadium was with her on that one. Just couldn't quite knock it down. We were set to erupt. Washington with it. And timeout called on the floor. Just under 2 minutes remaining in this one. Berea fighting back here a little bit late. And Berea 45, Piedmont 62.
Kentucky beat Tennessee by 13. Are you a Kentucky fan?
No, I'm from Tennessee.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because you're, okay, yeah. It's real different from last year.
Yeah, there's some issues that need to be ironed out.
We played against tall guy. He's in high school. He was definitely a bucket.
All right, and we're set to resume the action here. Just under 2 minutes remaining, and it's going to be Piedmont basketball to inbound underneath the basket. Checking in after that last timeout was number 14, Colby Reed, and number 11, Elizabeth Nashade. And moving it around the perimeter a little bit. Shoots the corner 3, no good, and they can't corral the rebound, so it goes back to the Lions. And Piedmont inbound underneath. Going to be Fernandez to get it inbounds. She does. A little two-man game, and ball is stolen away from first one from the line.
16-point game.
Hey, sir.
Just under a minute remaining in this one. And timeout called on the floor. 45 seconds left. Berea 47, Piedmont 62. Set to resume action here. 45 seconds remaining in this contest, and Lions inbound it to get it into McKenzie. To Fernandez. Moving it around the perimeter a little bit.
You got time.
Got it outside. Oh. And ball nearly stolen away. Oh, and it was turned over. Good hand by Love to get a finger on there and then go off of the Piedmont player out of bounds. Gonna be Parker with it. 17 seconds left in this one. Might try to get another score in here. Just throws that one at the rim, but gets the contact. Gonna go to the line for two.
Bring this down maybe under a 15-point game.
Parker at the line.
Nice.
And Parker knocks down that first one. 12 seconds to go. And can't get that one. Love fighting for the rebound. Still Berea basketball with 11.1 remaining. It's going to be Barnes to inbound underneath the goal. And shot the three, was blocked on the release right there. Barnes drives it in. Foul called, and she's going to go to the line.
Foul is on number 11 for Piedmont. National, her first. Barnes at the line.
And Barnes' first one, it touched every part of the rim. Can't get that one to go. And that second one, no good either. Parker gets the rebound, throws it up. Love with the rebound. And they finally get one to go. And that